Welcome to WesternSlopeNow.com. Meteorologist Russ Pappas here, just sharing with you a live look from America's Mattress Tower Cam from the Grand Valley looking east. Beautiful cloud coverage out there. It's the high country, the mountains, the mesas, the plateaus. This story is not going to change, folks. This is where these storms are going to initiate first, midday, and then they're going to drift over the valley locations. For the next couple of days, they're going to drift late in the afternoon, early in the evening. Once we get to the weekend, then they're going to drift over a little bit earlier in the afternoons. Now, officially, about a dime's worth of rain fell in Aspen in the last 24 hours, 2/100th of an inch at Rifle, 4/100th of an inch at Grand Junction, but this is not an indication of a drying pattern. This is actually just the start of our rainy pattern. Now, we have a high pressure system overhead. It's actually parked in the Four Corners region. And so all of the storm motion, all of the circulation for a high pressure system is clockwise. All of our storm motion is coming at us from the desert southwest, ridging over to our west and crashing down. So storm motion is southwest to northeast primarily. That's where we're getting our storms from. They're slow movers, and they're putting down some heavy rain. They're putting down some lightning, and they're putting down some gusty winds. We still have time to achieve hot temperatures, but we're only slightly hotter than the average. 90 is the average at Montrose, 95 is the average at Grand Junction. And this is going to continue again on Thursday, possibly Friday, but once we get that high pressure system to shuffle a little bit, then we'll get more widespread coverage. We'll get a deeper tap of subtropical moisture, and it's going to get more significant with the rain. As it stands right now, we're just breezy in the afternoon hours, and we're going to maintain breezy conditions outside of storm-associated gusts, because all these storms popping off the mountains are going to have a couple of things in common. They're going to kick out wind, they're going to drop down lightning, and for isolated areas directly underneath them, they're going to produce brief heavy downpours. Now, those heavy downpours complicate things, create some problems. Highlighted in green, that's going to be your flood watches. And you can see we're fairly widespread around the San Juans, along the divide, and into the flat tops, up to Steamboat Springs. Now, if you're wondering, in maroon, that's actually a flash flood warning. So that's an ongoing situation. Same with the neon green. That's an ongoing flood advisory for specific areas. Glenwood Canyon, I-70, shut down. We've had multiple debris flows from Tuesday night, when that went under a warning and shut down during the 9 o'clock hour, 10 o'clock if I recall correctly, still closed. So detour from Rifle north to Steamboat, then south back into Dot Cerro, that's still, it's not Dot Cerro, it's Wolcott, I believe. You come back down through Wolcott. If you're heading eastbound on 70, you have to take a left at Rifle and go north to Steamboat Springs, and then you have to hook a right and go south, back through State Bridge, back into Wolcott, back to I-70. Or you can choose to do it, the detour, coming from the east. You can choose to do that at Silverthorne and go to Kremling. Either way, I-70 is closed, and this isn't just going to be the first and only day. In fact, when we look at the next 7-day pattern, I suspect we'll see multiple closures for multiple days on end. Just at the 4 o'clock hour, we're looking at these isolated showers and thunderstorms on radar. I didn't use satellite mode because it's just partly cloudy, but I wanted to look at some of those storms that are moving through the region. If you're at Rifle right now, you just missed a storm, so you're dry heading north. That's Highway 13, I believe. I could be wrong. DeBeck also getting some rain right now, but this is expected to enhance as the next 3 to 4 hours comes through. So we're going to see more storm coverage, more isolated showers working through the region from the west-southwest as we get into the overnight hours. And these are going to linger through tomorrow morning as well. Glenwood Springs does not have a storm directly overhead, but crews are working right now just to clear the debris that's already on the road from last night. Storms popping off the Uncompahgre, tracking northeast. That's going to affect portions of Highway 50, eastbound through Whitewater, Delta, Olathe. Again, we're going to watch this for the next 3 to 4 hours for more storm coverage. As far as temperatures go, again tomorrow, we're going to be hot and humid through the noon hour. Afternoon, we'll see more of those mountain zones, the mountains, the mesas, and the plateaus. We'll see more of those storms popping up, very little movement, and slow drift. That's what we have in store. Now, don't be fooled at Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday on the extended forecast. Our high-pressure system is going to be moving eastward. And when it goes east, it picks up a lot more moisture, more so than now. Right now, the position in the Four Corners region is just drawing up natural moisture out of northern Mexico, portions of the Gulf of California, even the eastern Pacific, the Baja region. And that's not a real ideal tap. but it's good enough to get these showers going, bad enough to get these storms to produce flash flooding. When this high pressure system moves to the east, it then taps into a new source, the Gulf of Mexico, and that is going to bring significant rain, more widespread coverage for it, and this is going to be all of next week that I'm referring to, because right now we're just on the outskirts. We're just on the western edge of a high pressure system that's scooping up stragglers, little chintzy storms moving around. The bullseye through Saturday for these storms, ultimately, yes, while it is the San Juans, and that will affect Montrose's forecast because it's going to create a lot more showers, but ultimately, the maximum bullseye is in the desert Southwest along the U.S.-Mexico border, and we're just getting the stragglers out of those storms. When the high fades off towards the east and we get it out of the Gulf of Mexico, it will make it up and over, and even from the south along the divide. So it's going to be an influx of moisture, and if you're having plans to travel through this weekend or through the end of next week, eastbound 70, I guarantee you're going to get interrupted with some detours.